presents Around the Table with Coach D and the Fat Man.
What's up, everybody? It's me, it's the B.O.B., and I'm here with the Big D. Coach Dodge, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you, Bob?
I am doing great. This is Around the Table with Coach D and the Fat Man. That is Coach D. I'm the Fat Man. This is the podcast that we talk about whatever we want. This past weekend, there was some big upsets in SimWorld U football, and there were a lot of things that affected the playoff, the new 12-team playoff that's coming up. And I don't know, Coach. I figured it'd be a pretty good topic for us to touch on today.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good topic for you to touch on. I don't think it's a secret. I don't know nearly as much about football as you, but I did think since I don't really know a ton, I would ask you a question. So this Saturday, we have some pretty big games for conference championship week that have major implications. And there are some teams on the bubble of the 12-team playoff. So I'm just wondering, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, to start, I think Penn State is going to win the SimWorld U national championship game. National championship. No, but I think so. This week coming, with all the crazy stuff that happened in SimWorld U football this past weekend, Ohio State losing to a bad Michigan team this year, Miami losing, that was not expected, which kind of threw Clemson back into the mix after they were essentially eliminated. A lot of things fell their way that they got thrown into the ACC conference championship game, so they have an opportunity now to potentially make the playoff with a win. I think for starters, Penn State fan, but I'm also realistic. Oregon is going to hold on to that number one seed. They're going to beat Penn State in the Big Ten championship game. Oregon's going to stay there. Texas is on a roll. They're going to take on Georgia. That's one of the tougher ones, to be honest. You can never count Georgia out, but Texas is having a spectacular season. I think probably one of their best seasons since Colt McCoy was there. It's a tough week for the teams on top. Just because they're all pretty much playing each other. The only one not playing anybody is Notre Dame because they get the free pass since they're an independent. But I think that Oregon's going to hold on to that number one spot. I think Georgia's probably going to beat Texas, which means they'll swap in the rankings. All that said, I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy, except maybe Clemson beating SMU to get into the playoff. But I'm rooting for SMU because they really haven't had this kind of success, I think, since they were given the death penalty 30 or 40 years ago, however long. Probably 40 years now, because definitely wasn't 30 because I'm older than I thought I was. All I know is I hope that we continue to see Boise State run all over whoever they're playing against all through the college football playoffs, because they're really the story, in my opinion, of the season. They're taking on UNLV, but their star running back, Jenny, I don't know. He's playing out of his mind. I don't think that he has had a game of under 150 yards this year, maybe. Doing a quick math, he's had one game under 150, or doing a quick look up, he's on one game under 150 yards, and it was when they beat UNLV 29-24. He went for 128. He's playing like an absolute monster. I mean, they were close to beating the number one team, Oregon, earlier in the season. They lost 37-34. So I'm excited to see what they do. Indiana's going to find their way into the playoff, but I think they showed us who they really were when they went up against Ohio State a couple weeks ago. Really, I think things are going to generally stay the same. Really, the only big surprise will probably be if Clemson is able to get into the playoff after seemingly being eliminated, only to be reinserted into the conversation with Miami's loss. Again, and obviously Alabama's hanging around there. If Alabama makes it, Alabama might like they always do, make it to a championship game and win another one, but I don't really see that happening. But yeah, all that to say, I hope Penn State wins this coming week, and I hope that Georgia beats Texas, because then maybe Penn State has the opportunity to be ranked number 1 for the first time in a long time. But I, again, don't see that happening. See Oregon staying out on top, and again, maybe the biggest potential upset, if you want to call it that, is Georgia beating Texas in the SEC championship game. But yeah, I mean, it's just going to be an all-around great week of a great Saturday of football. Again, every game matters in some form or fashion. So yeah, just an exciting week to be a football fan.
Definitely. I agree with that. And I mean, all that's real cool, but I'm just going to say, and I'm going to put this out there, my alma mater is still undefeated, so it doesn't get much better than that.
Undefeated this year?
Undefeated ever.
Oh.
For, I don't know, since like 1830 or something. Like, super undefeated.
Oh.
Mega undefeated. Huge.
VCU is definitely known for their football, so.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
When you think of football, you think of VCU.
Yeah, I don't think of anything else. Definitely don't think about basketball when I think of VCU.
Mm-mm.
And
no, that would be great.
And bringing that up, what are your thoughts on your former? He wasn't really a star for you, but one of your former players, Maverick Jackson Jones. He's kind of exploded for VCU. I mean, I believe he's the leading scorer, or he was the leading scorer. What are your thoughts on his growth as a player?
Look, how could I be more proud? Like, there's no way I could be more proud of a former OG than for them to go to my alma mater and be successful. I am super excited. A little bummed that they've had a recent bad game here or there, but I am so proud of him. I just can't believe what he's done there. I don't know what to say beyond just so proud of the coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all your, it seems like a lot of your former originators are really doing some big things here in SimWorld U. But no, yeah, I mean, I just figured,
so proud.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach Dodge, do you have any final words for the people?
I do not. I hope everybody's having a great week, and I can't wait to talk to everybody next week.
I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and we appreciate you as always, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Bye.